Yeah, what, black? Don't nothing move less. Dogs say so. Cats clueless about the way.
What's up, guys? It's Mad Mike Podcast. I am Mychelle Vasvary. This is my co-host, Idiot Mark Day.
Idiot extraordinaire. How's it going, everybody?
I mean, we're not live on the radio. Why'd you ask everyone if they're okay? They can't respond. Someone's listening in their cubicle right now. Okay, they're not gonna fucking. You know what I mean? Okay.
Got it.
Don't
Noted.
do that again. All right.
Copy that.
Today we have a special guest, comic Patrick Quinn. You have a cool
Hello, everybody.
name.
Thank you. Yeah,
You had a
thanks
cool
very
ass
much.
name.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
Every time I hear that, though, I always think Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Remember that show?
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
That was like
Does anyone remember that show besides me?
everything in grade school.
Remember
was
her
that.
hot ass fucking
made
like
fun all the time.
Indian healer boyfriend or whatever?
Yeah.
That's all I can
I
remember.
never
about that
bought
show,
them as a
actually.
couple.
Well,
Jane
I never.
Seymour, is that her name?
Yeah, Jane
With
Seymour.
the Hart collection at Kohl's or something, some shit.
Can you,
Fucking this fucking hot ass fucking Indian healer dude.
You know what I always imagine with that? Total tangent, but wouldn't it be so weird? Like you always see these like commercials for like Zales and like whatever other jewelry stores where they always say like the open heart pendant and the journey pendant.
God.
What if you were a woman who actually received that? Wouldn't you think your boyfriend / husband or whoever would be like pretty creative? You weren't thinking.
Yeah,
really
you got me the you got me the $1.99 sale with fucking Jane Seymour, dried up old fucking menopausal Jane
the
Seymour.
one that's
peddling.
on TV. Wow, thanks.
You know,
Yeah, the one
I
that's
really
on
don't
the
think they're
commercial.
too bad. I don't think that they're too bad.
No.
'Cause
Oh,
I actually
okay.
bought one for an ex.
Oh, well, great.
Oh,
See,
great,
Mark,
of course.
you fucked. Oh, really?
did.
Way to make
Top
our
of the
fucking
show,
guest feel
you know?
good, you dick.
Was it the open heart?
Was it the open heart pendant?
It was like an open heart, and I got like it engraved in the back. I got our initials.
Well, see, you got it initialed.
What,
Yeah.
his initials?
It wasn't
Dr.
the
Quinn,
generic-
Medicine Woman's
Yeah, it
initials?
was
or-
me. It was DQ MW, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Right.
Anyways, Mark, God, way to fuck shit up. Okay.
That's what I'm here for.
Anyways, okay, I don't know. I'm in a bad mood. So,
What's up?
No, I found out today I wanted to make some extra cash, so I thought I'd, maybe there's decent money in blood, right? And everyone's like, no, it's not blood anymore. It's what is
It's all
it?
about the plasma.
The plasma. So, and then I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to, turn it up a notch. So I started looking at egg donations, right? I even contacted the one office in Encino here in Los Angeles, and I said, what's the recovery time like? So they emailed me back almost right away. They're like, oh, don't worry, most women, it's like a day, but everyone's different, of course. And I'm like, yeah. And then I read on the website that you have to be 21 to 30 to donate. And I'm like, all right, well, what's a year or two? So I emailed her back and I said, one last question. So are we firm on that 30-year-old age cap? Or, because
Right.
I just turned 32. And she didn't email me back.
Oh no!
And I'm like,
Man, you should have just said nothing.
That's a diss. Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything.
well,
Those people are pretty thorough. I just heard a story the other day about this, like people who will go and donate sperm, you know, and like they do like seriously thorough background checks.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I get that, with sperm, but egg is like the receiving end. It's okay. You
It's
know
still
what I mean?
it's still a half of that, isn't it?
But-
I don't really know how this stuff works.
But this is what I'm saying. But it's like, but biology doesn't work that way. Your eggs don't know that all of a sudden you're now 32, and so we're not working. We're done.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck you,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
dicks.
So,
You're
like,
lucky to have my egg.
Yeah, like 11:59 the day before your birthday. They're like, everything's good to go, boss. And then all of a sudden, like midnight, oh, we're done.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not like it stops working. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I am extremely good looking. I am smart. I am funny.
Humble.
Yeah, and caring and shit.
Definitely calm.
And and I put myself through college. Okay, who fucking does that now? And also, so this whole getup should be reproduced and go on in life.
The government should be coming after you, is what you're saying. That they should be knocking on your door.
Yeah,
saying,
and
Mychelle, we need you.
I need to be compensated.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to get paid if am too old? I'm like a day old. Too old to. Anyway, so whatever. I'll keep my fucking eggs. I don't give a fuck. I'll keep my fucking shiny ass old ass eggs. Mark, something happened to you today, right?
Oh my gosh.
You wanted to talk about it, so here's your fucking moment.
Thank you for giving me 15.
Here's your fucking
Dude, have you ever ran into somebody who okay, so here's the situation. I was at work in I work in the film industry, television industry, and I was scheduling some voiceover work for some talent that were supposed to come in. And there's another production at this facility, not my production, but they're there. And
because it's on a big studio lot. I think we can say that. I don't know the fucking
well,
rules.
yeah. And so as we're doing this voiceover work, this one guy from the other production is kind of like around, and we have some pretty A-list celebrities in my show, and so everyone's kind of excited, like, oh, hey, check it out, look who it is. And this kid, he like, after it was all said and done, I'm like walking away, and he comes up to me and he's like, hey man, hey, that was pretty cool seeing him, man. Our main actor, I'll say his name, whatever. His name's Kevin Hart.
Love him.
Yeah,
Love him.
Yeah.
Great. He's one of the greatest guys ever. So I have his phone number. In my phone right now. Anyway, but
I wish we could prank his ass.
oh my gosh. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, man, Kevin, it was so great seeing Kevin, but man, it really depresses me because his life is so much better than mine right now. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, okay. And he goes, yeah, dude, I'm quitting. I'm not going to work here anymore. I'm like,
Well, because someone else is
what?
doing well.
Okay. All right. Like he just started like opening up to me. I don't know why. And he's like, what do you do? And I said what I did. And he's like, that's so great, man. Yeah. He's like, I'm sick of being he was a production assistant, which is, for those who are listening, who don't know, it's like basically a peon, like the lowest level, kind of entry level job. Both Mychelle and I have done it.
I've done it.
What were you doing when I met you?
Oh, that was a PA. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, small world.
That's right. That's Brian, our
Why
engineer,
are
by
you?
the way,
Yeah,
not Monkey.
Brian. Why do you?
This is my story.
Why? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, we're interrupting.
I'll go quick.
Brian.
I'll go quick. It's just so funny. So he's like just sitting there saying, I'm quitting today. Life sucks. I wish I was further along. I wish I was, producing a show. And I said, well, yeah, everybody wishes they could just all of a sudden have their own show that they could run. But you got to work up. And he's like, I'm just sick of it, man. I've had to drive 90 miles this week. That sucks. I'm like, okay, well, do you get reimbursed mileage? Because normally you do. And he's like, yeah, but still. I'm like, all right, dude, you're kind of bumming me out. So I walk away and he's just like talking about how much he hates working. And then like not even like 5 minutes later, he comes back down the hall again and he's like, hey, so you guys hiring? Or I'm like,
Oh my
So,
God.
wait, do you really think that I would hire you
Just,
after you're sitting there telling me that how much you hate working?
yeah, like I had to get out of bed today. What the fuck?
It's kind of like
and
those
I'm
people.
not a millionaire.
It's like those people who hold the signs, that are panhandlers. They're like, we'll work for food. And then you go, hey, yeah, I've got a lawn that you can mow. And they're like, nah, it's too hot. And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, what is that? Who is
Jesus.
that kid?
I don't know.
That's
How
so
old was
weird.
this kid? How old was this retarded shit?
I don't know. I couldn't really tell. I mean, maybe 25, 26 or something. I don't know.
He must have just got out here from somewhere where his parents paid for everything.
Yeah, I can't
Maybe.
stand
Mom
these
made
fucking
him breakfast
people.
in the morning.
I must
Yeah,
be
and
it.
wiped his ass and fucking jerked him off.
Ooh,
Well, he just had
Hey,
to
they
ask
do that in
permission,
China. Do you guys know that?
What's up?
They do that in China.
the parents
White people's butts?
jack their kids off?
Yeah, I read this a long time ago that
quit
with
shows?
13-year-old boys, they're really stressed out, and that's like an important time with their
No way.
academics. Yes, yes.
No.
What?
Yes, and Brian, can you look it up? See if that's true. I swear to God.
What?
Because
I'm not going to put that in my Google history.
Yeah. You don't want
some
Edward
weird
Go
Snowden.
ads on
incognito. Go incognito. It's untraceable.
It's not going to happen.
A picture of Edward Snowden will pop up doing the
I don't want to even see
finger.
what comes
Well,
up when I Google that.
You know what? Here's the thing, though, with like when you see something that says like in China they do this.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like people just always write stuff like, "Oh, but they do it in China."
That's true, 'cause
And I
no
feel
one will fact check it.
Yeah, no one ever because
Yeah, like, no
here's
one's
the
gonna
reason
fact
you
check
don't.
me.
Here's
I
the reason
know.
you don't because everything that a Chinese person says to you, you're like, yeah, I mean that's probably true because I've never seen an old Chinese dude who can't jump. Like they all like walk. They all walk around.
Yeah.
They're like born and they're babies and they can't do much, or they're just dead. But in between there, they're like the most healthy people
Right,
you've ever
and
seen. You're like, oh, I'll eat a live octopus.
And they're also
'cause
very wise.
they're so wise.
You never
Yeah.
question like an old
Yeah.
Chinese man because you're like, oh,
No.
you've gathered so much wisdom.
Yeah.
You know?
So I mean, if a guy was like, dude, your mom should jack you off if you're stressed out. If it was a
Oh,
Chinese guy and I was like
yes,
12, I'd be like, well, I don't want to go any further. Actually, that sounds really weird.
That's weird. Let's change the topic.
Okay, let's talk about Patrick.
The Chinese also did eat most of their children during the Great Chinese Famine.
But that sounds
Okay,
good.
I
God,
wouldn't-
really,
I don't-
Brian?
I've got no
They're
problem
that
with that.
wise.
I mean,
I
let's
like
Google
these
search that.
Chimans over here. These are the
Yeah,
greatest.
no, he's and he.
Yeah,
it's
the
always
Great
like
Chinese Famine that
It's always the most
most of their
depressing
children
shit.
got eaten.
depressing or like so extreme that it's just I can't even do it. All right,
Lovely.
okay, so Patrick, you're from Akron, Ohio.
AK
I'm from
Rowdy.
Cleveland. 216
Oh, yeah.
to the 330.
Ohio.
So cool right now.
I know. Yeah, Mark. What's your area code in
Mountain
Utah?
States 435. Utah has 2 area codes. What?
Wait, the whole state has 2 area codes?
Yes, 801 and 435. That's it. Boom.
Wyoming
I
has
think we have like
one.
Wow.
3, right?
No, we got a lot more.
330, 440,
We had
216.
614 is
614.
Columbus. Something down south is something. I don't
Something
know.
down south.
Well, that's we already listed 4, and that's so.
Yeah.
And Ohio's tiny; it's like a little heart. And so you grew up in Akron.
I did, yeah.
How was that? I'm not gonna lie; I've been there like once.
Akron's awesome. I loved growing up there. It's like it's one of those places where you kind of have to like find your own fun, you know? Like there's not like out here in LA, like we're spoiled because there's a million things. It's like a Tuesday night right now.
Yeah.
We could just go to a club right now and there are probably people there.
Right.
Yeah,
If that's like the scene you want to get into, you know?
Right.
But like in Ohio, it's like if you go to any bar right now on a Tuesday, there's no one like even anywhere in the city. Just like they're all home hanging out. So you got to kind of like find your own fun. That's why like with friends are really important and you like really make some good bonds out there. Still best friends with all my best friends from like high school and grade school.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like one of my best friends lives in London.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've just fucking Skype. And I mean, and my best friend of like 12 years lives in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I mean, just we send shit to each other and text and call and Skype and blah,
visit
blah,
each other.
blah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And you guys are so tech savvy and from Ohio.
Yeah,
Dang.
we are.
Oh,
man.
okay. You with your 2 fucking area codes. And that's a big fucking state too. So what is there, like one person every like 50 miles?
Yes.
And they're weird 8 wives. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to attack Utah. I know we have a huge fan base there. So
It's true.
joking, that's not.
We actually do.
I believed that for a second. I was like, that's interesting.
Oh.
No, we actually do.
Yeah, we actually do.
Shout out to Jonathan. What up, buddy?
Oh, Jonathan! I love Jonathan.
Andrew.
We're gonna give him his own fucking segment someday because he's
Jonathan
on
Andrew,
shit.
what's up,
He
dude?
likes shit on Facebook every time we post something. I love that motherfucker.
And guess what? I met him on a film shoot in Utah. He was a PA and he's a rock star.
Oh, that's awesome.
John,
the way.
love you, buddy.
All right, big shout out to John. Okay,
up, John?
anyways. So I know you finished college.
Finished college, yeah. I went to 3 colleges. That was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, my parents really loved that. I started off at OU, Ohio University.
God, nothing. Mark, OU is like
Shout out to Athens.
Yeah, baby.
nothing happens there except for lots of partying,
It's party city.
fucking, partying, drinking, lots of shit.
It's just a crazy. There's like nothing around.
It's the Chico State of Ohio.
It is exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Chico
And
State of Ohio.
State.
And National Geographic rated it the most haunted city in the United States.
It is. You know what?
wow.
I am
That's
super
It
into
is
that kind of
absolutely
stuff.
true.
I love that stuff, and it is the most haunted place. And there's a tuberculosis ward that was shut down.
Oh, it's so freaky. They
Yeah.
turned it into dorm rooms.
They turned a couple in, but there's like a big portion of it that it's still like. I mean, it looks like they just shut it down yesterday. There's like blood on the floor.
I love that stuff.
It's crazy, and we've done it twice, but you get in a lot of trouble if you got caught. But we would sneak in there, like at like 2 a.m. You'd sneak in and like crawl through it. And,
That's like scary as shit.
oh, it was
Oh my
so
God.
scary.
Yeah, that sounds
was terrifying.
unsafe.
So you went to college for like, ghost hunting or no?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like
Mark, you went to. There's a
independent
4-year
study.
program for ghost
Ohio.
hunting.
It's Ohio. What do I know?
Oh God, let Patrick
Close.
tell his story.
Yes, go.
I mean, that was it. That was the rest of it.
All right, that was it. And so 5.
You got it.
You moved to California when? 5.5 years ago.
I moved to California about 5.5 years ago. Yeah,
And there
And
he
you-
is opening a beer.
I did crack
Well,
one. We got.
Why do you? Why are you
Because there was a
calling
big.
him out? Oh, all right, Mark, calm down.
just calling the sound effect. You got to know what's going on around here.
He drinks holy water, so he shits
do.
on everyone else for doing anything else. And so why'd you move to California? You went to Orange County, though, not here.
Okay, all right. So this is my story. Is that I graduated from college. Well, before I graduated from college, I had a semester left, and I was walking through. I was at Akron, University of Akron at the time, and I was walking through our student union, and there was a guy with like big Mickey Mouse hands on.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at this loser, look at this nerd, just kind of joking around. And he was like, come on in. He kept saying that, like, come into this room. And I was like, this is so weird. We got to see what's going on here. And it was for that Disneyland internship program.
Oh, yeah,
I was
came to my
hoping
college.
I was hoping it was like the Church of Scientology, just a
Just
new
some,
approach.
Just some weird new
Not in
approach.
Akron,
Yeah,
Ohio.
just pulling kids in. Yeah, so I walked in there and I don't know. I was like, oh, cool. Like I want to move to California. I've always wanted to move to California. This could be like a segue in. So I applied for it, and I made like the gayest video. And I don't mean that like in a mean way. I just looked very gay. Like I combed my hair, took all my at the time I had like so many earrings and stuff. I looked like an idiot. And I took them all out, and I waited till everybody. I used to work in the studio, so I waited till everybody went home at like 2 a.m, and I recorded this video of me in the studio, like, "Hey Disney, it's me, Pat."
Please say it's online.
Yeah,
I really wish
I
we had
burned
it.
a copy of
the
this video.
tape has been
Ian.
burned. It's gone forever. It was bad.
But that
It
got
was
you
bad.
into the Disney
They
internship.
loved it, and they
Of
had
course
me
they
come
did.
in. They was like a late. I was a late application, so like they pulled me in late. So like, oh, we don't know what we're gonna be doing yet. Just come on out. So I packed my car and drove to California with 2 friends.
Yeah.
And I got there, and they're like, okay, you're gonna be on trash duty.
Great.
Yeah.
My
They literally
dreams
just
are coming true.
Oh my! Well, thank God. Like I talked my way out of that. I'm like, dude, I just drove like 30,000 miles to get here, and you're gonna put me on trash? Or no, not 30,000.
30,000.
3,000.
I mean, did you,
5,000.
did you go down to like Central America first?
How far
and
is?
like, where am I
anyway,
going?
it was far. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was far.
It's about 3,000.
Do we all really
They
know
get
what it
it.
is? Sure. About 3,000,
It
right?
felt like 30,000.
Like 30,000. And so I talked out of that, but I ended up working in Frontierland, and I was selling chicken nuggets.
Sure.
I was selling chicken nuggets, fish sticks, and mozzarella sticks. Literally, that was our menu.
That's the Old
3
West.
items. That was the Old West, man.
I mean, that's what the Cowboys did.
That's
yeah,
what they
that's
ate.
what the Cowboys and Indians,
Absolutely.
first
Mozzarella
Thanksgiving
sticks.
had mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so that was how that happened. And then so I was there for about like 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't liking it. Like I'm not a Disney kid. Like
Yeah.
right when I'd never been to Disneyland in my entire life. Anything
neither.
Disney. Right when we walk to the back, and there's like a lady. There's 2 ladies walking around as Minnie and Mickey with just no heads on. There's like these Asian women, and I was like, well, there was no chance in the magic like ever happening for me. Obviously, like
Right.
everything's gone.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I instantly didn't like it, and I got fired because they're super strict there. Like
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
intensely strict. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So somebody came in, and we used to get free drinks when we were working, and some kid came in who worked there, and he goes, "Hey, can I get a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I gave him a soda, and then like 2 hours later, like, "Oh, you got to go up to the office." And I was like,
Oh my God,
okay.
are you serious?
Yeah. So I went upstairs and they're like, "Did you give Josh a soda?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they go, "Why?" And I go, "Because it's free.
And
we
because he
get
was
free
fucking
soda."
thirsty?
Yeah, he's a thirsty kid. It's free. And they go, "Oh, well, it's only if you're working, so you're fired." And I was like, "What?"
Wow.
That might be
Isn't
the
that
dumbest
insane?
fucking thing I've ever heard anyone get fired for.
It blew my mind. I couldn't.
I have a question because
Yeah,
I worked in
please.
the industry for a long time. Was it
the Disney
fountain?
industry? Is that what you mean?
No, like the restaurant industry.
okay.
What, Mark? What is happening? Did you fuck up your mic?
No.
Okay. Anyways, don't break shit. I fucking paid for that fucking thing that you're putting your
I know,
mouth
I
on.
know, I'm sorry.
Okay. Was it a fountain drink?
Fountain drink.
Oh my God, that
Yeah.
cost like maybe 10 cents.
No, you know what? I
Not
think
even,
that they I think Coca-Cola pays for it.
Oh,
Because
right,
they
because
give
they
them
just
all
want
the
their
cups.
stuff in the
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah,
They're
they
so
probably
smart
do.
over there. So I think that I got fired for making Disney money.
Yeah.
Technically, right? Is that what that would
Right.
be?
I think they owe you
I think
10
you
cents.
probably
Yeah.
could have had a case
At
for
least. I'm
wrongful
gonna go back in.
termination.
For what?
I tried.
He could have. I think you have a case for wrongful termination. You can't get.
Oh, wrongful termination. Yeah.
Well, guess
Fired
what?
for
I
that.
did, in fact, get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
At Disney World.
Oh, nice.
They have everything there. They were like, "Oh yeah, we can go through Disney Court," and I was like, "Let's go ahead and do it."
Disney Court? What the fuck is Disney Court?
I don't know. I mean, can't you just picture like
Donald
Mickey
Duck
Mouse?
is the bailiff.
Cool. I can't. That's all I could think of. But like they went and like tried to go through the judicial system over there for me, and they're like, "Hey," they came back like a week later, like, "Hey, sorry, we can't get you like back in, so you have to drive back to Ohio." And I was like, "What?"
Drive back to Ohio. I don't have to do shit.
Well, I had a semester of school left, so I was like getting some credit from this,
Right.
And then
Oh.
like I still had to eventually like I don't know what I was gonna do, but I didn't care at the time. I just wanted to be in California.
Right.
And then I got fired, and I was like, "Well, shit! I'm halfway through a semester right now of school, and I don't want to go back and just sit
Right.
there in Ohio because it's freezing. It was like December.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's terrible. So I moved to. I had a friend who lived in Orange County, like right on the beach in Orange County, and she was like, "Hey, you can have my couch," and I was like, "Awesome." So like Huntington Beach, I lived like a block from the ocean, like a
Awesome.
block from Main Street.
Same here. What were your cross streets?
It was Citrus and Orange, I think. Right? Is that the one?
it's-
6th Street.
Here's the thing.
In
and
Orange. 6th and Orange.
Okay, 6th and Orange. I know.
6th and Orange. That's
I
what
was
it was.
17th and Acacia. I know.
Oh,
I
we were
know.
close.
Heck yeah, Huntington Beach.
Man.
6 and Orange. Wow.
6 and
Mark.
Orange, baby.
Riveting stuff, Mark.
Let's talk about Ohio. a
Two
little
cross,
more.
yeah, but two cross
We're all
streets that no
bonding.
one knows where the fuck
No,
they are in
Huntington
Orange
Beach. It's
County.
beautiful.
HB is amazing. I loved
Yeah.
it. I was there for like maybe like 8 months or so.
Yeah.
Working at BJ's
I know it.
on Main Street. It was fun.
That's the brewery, right?
the brewery, yeah.
that
The brewery and
chain.
restaurant. Yeah.
The Pizookie is fantastic.
Okay, what
See,
what
I just
word did you
imagine
just
the
say?
big warehouse store like Sam's Club, and then now it
yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a pizza cookie. It's a cookie that's the size of a pizza.
and it's like soft
And you
dough.
could put, like,
and then they put ice cream on
Chocolate
it.
sauce and ice cream.
So good.
It's amazing.
Mark, you're disgusting. You're such a filthy, disgusting human being. Okay.
I've got to have my own vices. Leave me alone.
So then you moved to LA after that.
I did. So I was
Duh, because you're here.
here. I am.
Jesus.
Yeah, I moved here this morning.
Some great pod.
Ready to bang up fucking job is normal. Per
No, I mean,
use.
yeah. I mean, I came out here to do film. That's what I studied back in college. Studied film and TV.
Your 3 colleges?
My 3 colleges. Yeah, God, so much fun. And so yeah, so I came out here to do that, and I applied. I must have sent off like 100 resumes and applications. You know, like each one with like a different cover letter.
Oh God,
which was the worst.
Doesn't work.
Never
it
worked.
doesn't work. No.
Finally, someone was like, "Hey, like you seem like a cool guy. Just go to this company and tell me you know me." And I walk in there, gave the guy my resume, and he didn't even he just handed it back to me. He goes, "How do you know so and so?" And I was like, "We're pretty good friends." And I had just met that dude. I didn't know who he was. And he goes, "Can you drive a car?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right, you're hired." And I got hired as a PA for like 3 years.
There you go.
I
Yeah.
love it. That's
It was
totally
great.
how it happens.
That's
Amazing.
how it works. Michelle and I were having this conversation. I think it was over email or text or something where it's like,
chatting.
it's like people who are listening in the
Okay.
future and maybe currently, but who would think that they want to try to get a job, move out to California and work in the industry, applying online doesn't work.
No,
Sending
No.
resumes,
you got to
doesn't
be
work.
here.
It doesn't work.
You got to be here.
You
You
have
got
to
to be
be
like
here.
waiting because like things usually like happen that you can jump into. You don't
Yeah.
just like apply for stuff and they're like, "Hey, we're looking." Like
Yeah.
no one's ever looking for anything. Like something happens, or like we need somebody. Can you do it?
Best advice: just buy one of those little goofy little headsets that you hook up to a walkie-talkie, the one that like the Secret Service wear that have little curly things. Buy one of those, drive around town, look for a production, walk on set because no one will question you because you've got that thing in your ear. Find
that's
somebody.
true.
and
Wow, that's such a good idea.
listen, I've got this theory that you could never starve if you lived in LA. You could never go hungry.
Yeah.
If you can just get one of those headsets,
'Cause yeah, crafty.
Yep. there
Even
you
better,
go.
like an old light stand or like a
Yes,
C-stand.
just get a C-stand.
off Craigslist for like $40.
you can walk onto any set, go to Crafty, and no one is going to say anything about you.
Not a word.
And
I
if they
mean,
do come up to you, just say, "I'm in post-production." And they'll go, "Oh, okay."
That's amazing.
And you should
That's
see
such
the
a good
spread.
idea.
That
I've
HBO
done it.
show, Togetherness, the new HBO show.
I don't know.
I've heard of
Okay, Mark Duplass. You know who Mark Duplass is?
love
okay.
him.
yeah,
He just okay. God, Mark.
Duplass.
Okay. They are on the lot that I work on, and their spread HBO. Let me tell you something. Years ago, I stumbled upon the Sex and the City set when I was in New York.
Yeah.
By accident, we had no clue, and because I just looked down and I look over and I'm like, what is this huge table? It had 3 different kinds. What is this? 3 different kinds of pears. How do you need 3 different kinds of pears?
Asian pears, red
There's
pears.
Asian, Bartlett. Like they were like labeled.
Your morning
just-
pair, your afternoon pair, and your evening.
Like
pair.
how much pears does Sarah
And your
Jessica Parker need?
Guilt-free pear, if you know what I'm talking about.
HBO shows, man. This morning they were eating breakfast, and I was like, I couldn't believe the spread. I was like, this is the most insane spread. It was like for like you would have thought Kate Middleton was having like another baby shower.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like it was
yeah.
that good.
Isn't it crazy when productions have money? It's just
Oh yeah, I don't even know.
It's
We don't know
crazy.
about that here,
Oh,
especially.
you know, I've worked for a big network. I worked for NBC once on an NBC show. Night and day. It's
I bet.
insane.
I have
Yeah,
a
like when it's hot, that's like all the difference in the world. When they're like, "Oh, we have hot food today," you're like,
It's like,
"What?
wait, I can have lobster
Not
tail.
Twizzlers?
I can have lobster tail and a piece of steak.
like
yes,
wow.
The silverware is not
For lunch?
plastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
that fake plastic that like looks metal."
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh.
Oh god,
That's the good stuff.
that is the good
fancy.
stuff. Those
Yeah.
are expensive.
I feel like
actually.
Dion Fort would be all about
They
that.
call that plastique.
Sacre bleu, la la.
Okay. Ugh. So you started doing comedy, Patrick.
Yeah. I was still working in TV at the time,
Yeah.
and one of my buddies from Orange County actually had met down there, wanted to be a comic, and he started doing some clubs down there. Moved to LA, and I moved maybe a few months after him, and he started this show called the Super Secret Show. I don't know if you guys have heard of it before. It's
I kind of feel like I have heard of it.
it's amazing.
It sounds familiar.
It's one of my favorite shows. One of the best shows in LA right now. It's so fun.
Then yes, of course, we know all
Yes,
about it.
and we'll check it out.
It's
immediately.
awesome.
the
At the
best.
Lyric Theater on the
Yeah,
Brea.
the lyric.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
the
you know
lyric.
it. I
The
think I
lyric.
saw you there before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
it's the theater, and you walk in, and there's shows that go on there.
It's got
That's
that
the
big
place,
stage
yeah.
right up
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
There's usually people there wearing shirts.
It's on the street,
Yeah, it's on the
There's
street. Yeah,
usually
yeah.
people there wearing shirts.
Yes,
usually.
typically, and pants, and they have hair. You
Yep.
guys.
Oh,
remember.
right.
I'm down.
Hair.
Yeah,
Unless it's Thursday night. Then no.
Well, we
God.
don't.
Don't,
Listen, that's
please
pair
don't.
night. We don't
Yeah.
want to. We don't.
yeah.
That's,
Mark will start getting all freaked out over here.
I'm gonna have to plug my ears and
Mark,
sing.
I'm gonna
church
punch you
songs.
in the fucking dick if I could reach, because
You
there's
should,
a
make,
big table in the
you should
way.
just make him hold the present that you have.
Oh yeah. Hold
No,
on.
I refuse to touch it.
What is this guy?
Why? Okay, look.
I'm not sure.
I'm
what it
holding
is.
up.
I
You
won't
guys
lie.
can't, unless you're watching the video online. Our engineer, Brian, who is also my significant other, went to Mexico. He just got back last night from Mexico. And look at how expensive this is. This was 179 pesos for this wooden penis. Here, Patrick, look.
179 pesos.
Wow.
There's nothing. It's
This
just a wooden
is-
souvenir. It's a wooden.
I think it's a
Old
penis
timey-
ashtray. That's my theory.
Oh, because right
Oh, there's
there.
like a little. Yeah, what is this? Oh, yeah, ashtray. There you go.
Or maybe incense?
It might be an ashtray. Oh,
maybe,
maybe
maybe
incense.
this is a practicing thing for Chinese moms when they're. For their
That's what it is.
absolutely.
It's a Chinese
Yeah.
mom.
It's a Chinese mom.
Yeah, training tool.
Well, now that China's now becoming first world, they have to get their their imports from Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's
That's where it all
makes
comes
sense.
from.
Yep.
That's how the world
Mark,
goes around.
you're really not going to touch it. You're not curious at all.
I've got one.
Mark,
I don't need to
Patrick
touch
is
it. Just the
holding
tip.
it. Just the
Just the
tip. Just the tip. Oh, I love it.
Give it a little poke.
Patrick,
give it a little
I like
poke.
you.
Hey, Tasha, my loving wife. This is when you kind of look the other way. Okay.
No.
Hey, he's holding it. He's holding it. Am I supposed to think about? Yeah. There you go.
I thought it was
You're
a whistle.
actually
Well, he just
now
whipped
you're
that
just
thing
whipping-
around.
You just whipped
Yeah,
it
he-
around like a pro.
Yeah,
just
like
whipped
you're
it.
some kind of like
Look at that.
gunslinger of the West,
Exactly.
shooting sperm. Boom. Going to sperm
I think
bank.
that should be an app.
You're so good at that.
Yeah, I know. It's not my first wooden dick.
And nor your last.
I don't even know where to go now.
Well, so I was gonna say next. I started this wooden dick camp.
From
in,
the
in
Super
LA.
Secret Show.
Yeah, that's a super secret.
And
show.
that super secret was
yeah,
wooden
dicks.
wooden
yeah.
dorks. Yes.
Yeah. No. So the super secret show, awesome show. I'm just gonna keep rolling.
Yeah, do it. Keep going.
And so I started filming comics there. And this is back when I was in production, so like I know
Yeah,
how
sure.
much like production stuff costs, but didn't know at the time how poor comics are.
Yeah.
So I like we're filming their sets and go, "Hey man, cool, $100 for a tape," and they're like, $100,
Like 100 US dollars.
There's
Yeah.
100 of those?
Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that.
right.
You can do that.
People have 100 of those at one time.
I quickly learned. I mean, I think I got like, somebody had originally asked me to do this, and she had a little bit of money, so I did that for her for $100,
Mm-hmm.
and so I started doing it for their comics, and they're like, "Dude, can you please do like 20 or
Right,
$30?" And I was
right.
like, "All right, I get it." So I started doing like cheaper tapes, and then I'd always wanted to try like stand up out, but I'm kind of one of those guys who's like, like unless somebody kind of pushes me to it,
Right.
then I probably like I will, but I won't. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I was kind of afraid because I was always like kind of the funny kid and like growing up and stuff. And it like when you actually put it out there as like some kind of job, then like you risk like oh maybe he wasn't as funny as you thought he was. He's an idiot.
Yeah, or
So I
like
had
you kind
that
of feel
fear.
vain
Yeah.
almost starting it. You
Totally.
do. You feel
Absolutely.
you feel vain. You're like,
That's the second
I
part of it,
can't
yeah.
believe who the fuck does she think she is that she's actually
Yeah.
going to get on the stage and tell jokes.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, no, and plus there's the whole thing too is you put yourself through college. I put myself through college, and you're like, I can't believe I'm risking having a real career if this
Yep.
stuff gets out.
Yeah.
That's,
Absolutely.
there's another like it's a stupid fear to have. It
Yeah.
really is. It's a dumb fear to have, but that fear is there because it's installed. It's installed in you. Like you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's dumb, but it's got value to it. Like it makes sense. I mean, especially
Right.
like we grew up in the Midwest, like where my dad's like, I mean, they're fully supportive, but they're also like, he's like, hey, like, what do you think in a couple of years? Like, what's
Right.
your plan? And I'm like,
Right.
I've never known, so
No
I'm just
one-
gonna kind of go with this. I like it,
There's
Yeah.
always a
And they've
job
been
at the
cool.
steel mill.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We can always go back and do that in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd
you
be
can.
amazing. But you know what? Like things will work out. Like if you really want something bad enough and you push hard enough, even if it's not exactly what you want, if you want to stay in that industry, people reach their dreams all the time.
Whoa.
Just
We're not that type of
achieve.
podcast
Just
here.
achieve,
This is Mad Mike,
guys.
not goal oriented.
Just
You can
go.
follow your dreams.
Yes, it is.
Hashtag dream on.
Fuck you. Yes, it is.
And we're back.
Okay. I'm practically I was gonna make a joke, but I can't do it. Never mind.
Well, you have to now. You can't just.
I was
that.
gonna say I'm like the Martin Luther King of comedy. Like I push. I don't know why.
I really
I
need
don't
you
know
to
why.
end this correctly to make.
Yes.
I don't know why.
So that's not the punchline, right?
No, but that was like, okay, listen. In my head, that was my go-to like superhero that was an actual human, not like an Avenger. That's why.
Got it.
Can I? All right, I'm so cool. Everyone, I'm from Cleveland. Everyone.
Oh yeah,
all right?
gangsta represent.
Okay, so I'm
Plus
just
the
saying.
Avengers really sucked.
So you know what I mean? That was my go-to in my head
Sure.
of like, like people like automatically think Mother Teresa. My go-to is Martin Luther King. So how is that racist?
Yeah, I don't think it's racist at all. You
No,
see no
I'm just-
color.
Yeah.
You're just yelling it out.
He was just fighting for his dream. I think everyone should fight for their dream.
Yeah.
And if your dream is to get up and tell jokes and make people laugh and you thrive on making people laugh and feel good, then you should fucking go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree. He had a dream. He did it. We have dreams. We're going to do it.
So we're just like Martin Luther King. Oh, God.
We've now just equated Martin Luther King to LA Comics.
And Kevin Bacon is in there somewhere.
Kevin Bacon has to be in there.
Yeah.
Of course.
He's resurfaced
speaking of
lately.
Kevin Bacon,
What?
did you hear the Dennis Quaid
Yeah.
thing?
I saw that.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
This
was
better be
crazy.
good, because what if someone listens in 4 years and they're like, what the fuck are they talking
Well,
about?
hopefully they're still talking about it because we're still talking
What
about Christian
happened?
Bale 4 years from that.
What the fuck? Keep going. I am acting here.
nice.
And
What
this
is that?
dickhead wanders onto my set. I can't even get a line out until Dopey the Dick starts whispering in your ear and you're not even watching anymore.
Dennis.
Don't fucking Dennis me. I am doing my job here. I am a pro. This is the most unprofessional set I have ever been on. This is horse shit. I've got these fucking zombies over here that I have to look at.
I love the
have a bunch
zombies.
of
Is this for real?
pussies staring
Yeah,
at
this was
me
today or
and
yesterday.
This fucking baby. This is garbage.
It's fucking baby.
God, he's worse than my father.
Blow me.
Blow me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta go back. You gotta go back. We almost stepped on it. It's the best part of the whole video. Ready?
Blow me.
That's awesome.
Blow me.
That's great. Brian, you need to pull like this is garbage. This is garbage. Like we got to get that as a soundbite because it's so
Well,
funny.
you guys heard the Christian Bale one that
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that was years,
Yeah,
what,
and
years
we're still
ago?
talking about that. So
Yeah, this is like
this
Christian
just
Bale
surfaced,
2.
and if you're listening to in the future, obviously, it's just so funny. So like it reminded me of that. Just the Dennis
You know
Quaid
what?
thing's so
I bet
hilarious.
Christian Bale today all day was like flying high and was like in the best mood ever. And
Yeah.
he's probably like, thanks, Quaid.
and probably Bill Cosby too. He's like, oh thank you.
Thank
Those
you
dudes
so
on a
much.
three-way call right
I knew
now.
it was going to take forever, but finally.
They're like high fiving over FaceTime or something like that.
Hey, Dennis, thanks a lot. That was my Bill Cosby.
Was
That's
that
all.
your Bill
That's all I
Cosby?
got.
It
That's
took me
all I
like a minute
got.
to figure out what you're doing.
They actually sound pretty similar.
Yeah.
Who? Dennis Quaid and Bill Cosby?
Second.
This is the Christian Bale.
What are you doing?
Oh, good for you.
Are you professional or not? Yes, I am. Do I fucking walk around and rip that? No, shut the fuck up, Bruce. Do I want? No.
Yeah, who's Bruce?
Fuck you, Bruce.
He was
Fuck
DP.
you, Bruce.
Bruce
Am I
never
gonna walk
worked
around
again.
and rip your fucking lights
He was the
down
DP.
in the middle of a scene? Then why the fuck are you walking right through? Like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you?
That's my favorite part. And then and how was it? Or no, oh, good for you. And how was it? Something like that. The Family Guy.
Wow, that's
I
scary.
love it.
That was the PA you met today.
Exactly.
Like, oh, it was a bad day. I'm quitting. We're all making fun of him, but he just got reamed.
He's like, yeah, that Dennis Quaid show. Yeah.
Well, this is what's going to happen to Dennis Quaid in the next couple of days. This is what the guy did with the Bale.
fucking trash your lights? Do you want me to fucking trash them? Fuck! And what the fuck is
Nice. There you go. This is so popular now.
What the fuck is it with you?
Yeah, like auto tuning. Just
Yep.
Yeah,
everything.
that will happen.
Poor
well,
Den-
that
poor
incredible
Dennis
Kimmy
Quaid.
Schmidt. That's on Netflix. That's what they.
Yeah, and you
that's
know what they're
they do.
making fun of, by the way? You know where Tina Fey got that whole
Yes,
thing?
yeah, the Ariel Castro guy.
The
Yeah,
Cleveland rapist.
we're throwing it back to Ohio.
I'm
yeah.
just saying Tina Fey directly. Not that I don't love her, because I do, but that's of course what that was.
Absolutely
I
was.
actually talked to that dude, Charles Ramsey.
Oh, the guy that was like
yeah,
dead giveaway.
I worked on. Okay, listen to this. I almost booked him on the show that I used to work on.
Jeez.
It was
Nice.
called. It was on CBS. It was called The Test, and you had to. It was a daytime talk show. It's long gone. It's canceled. So I can talk about it. But this guy, you had to come on the show and take a test to come on the show. Like it was like Jerry Springer on speed. So you had to like take a DNA test or a drug test or a polygraph, and we were gonna bring Charles on, and I talked to him several times. But he wanted more money. We couldn't get him enough. He wanted an obscene amount of money for just to come on the test and talk about.
Don't
his
you know
story.
I'm an internet celebrity?
Yeah, yeah.
That was my
and he didn't even
super
have a
racist
cell phone.
impersonation.
I had to call his buddy's phone because he didn't have his own cell phone. Like I
That
tried.
dude's,
That's legit.
that's like pretty. That's pretty balls. If you can like try and negotiate terms, where you're like, but call my bro's phone.
Yeah, come
But no, but hit me up at this pay phone on the corner of 6th and Crescent.
Yeah.
There it is.
Pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
My neighbor got big testicles because we see this.
Okay, Brian, cut that. I can't. Okay. But he was a funny dude though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what
That's
Tina
told
Fey
me-
took from.
He told me I sounded sexy over the phone.
Of course.
Ah, there you go.
He's like, listen, have you ever come down to that payphone?
Yeah, that payphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Let it ring 3 times, then hang up.
All right, let's get back to Patrick's comedy. So, Patrick. So, you know what? I was gonna ask a question. I think this should be a new segment on the show.
Sure.
There's 2 segment ideas I have. One is Michelle's dad's coffin update because my dad right now is building his own coffin. He's 70. He'll be 75.
That's uplifting. That's great.
Yeah, no. Well, he built his own golf cart.
Yeah, but that's what? How's that?
Because he just can do. I don't know. He's weird. It takes years and years.
Is he going to
for
combine the two?
Yeah.
No, that'd be awesome, though.
Yeah, he should.
The golf cart, like,
That'd be
and then you
awesome.
could just drive right into the grave.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
No, he gave me thorough instructions the other night. I called him and it lasted for like an hour. He's using pine, which I think is a good choice.
Sure.
And it's going to be like specific.
Ponderosa pine?
I don't know. Don't say Ponderosa. I just think of that old restaurant. But anyways, so we a segment where we call my dad and he gives us an update of how's it going because he
Sure.
thinks it's only going to take 2 days. And I think it's going to take a lot longer to build a coffin from scratch.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was my one segment idea. I thought I'd throw that out there. 2 is like have everybody do like, we'll call it like old comic, new comic. Like who's your favorite old comedian? Like for example, Richard Pryor or whatever.
Sure.
And then who's your favorite recent like new comic? Kind of like old school, new school.
I like it.
That's good.
Do you like that?
Yeah, it's cool.
So who would if you had to like, I know it's a hard question because
Yeah.
for me there's like several people. It's hard
Sure.
to pinpoint. But I would
Yeah.
say who's old school?
Well, I love Pryor. Pryor's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, he really made some waves, obviously.
Yeah.
Kinda, like broke the ground for a lot of stuff. And then like Robin Williams, I know it's just like, it's just such a recent thing too. So I went back and started like watching bunch of his comedy again. I was like, God, like,
his
he
old
was so
stuff?
genius. Like
Mm-hmm.
this, like the stuff that he did was just like amazing. I mean, all his characters, like everything that he was saying, like you just couldn't help but be mesmerized by him on stage.
Yeah, you could not watch.
You
Yeah.
can't look away. He's hilarious. So I'd probably those 2 guys. Love him. Love him. New comic. It was Louis. I still love Louis. He
Yeah.
was amazing. Just put a new special out at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was
the
good.
day it came out.
Yeah, it was awesome. But I love Kevin Hart. He's like one of my favorites, man. Like the way that he like tells like such like personal stories, but like he just makes them like so relatable and fun. Where you're like yeah, I guess I am a short black man at heart, and like you just
Right.
you just feel what he's saying, and it's like it's so fun, and I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just working around the guy, he's just so nice. And we've mentioned this past episodes, but he's just, what I like about him is just he's quick, and he'll talk to you as if you've known each other for a very long time.
That's cool.
And I think that's how he's able to relate to audiences. And he was just telling me today that like he's the first comic in history to like sell out the like football stadium.
Yo, he's
Oh,
crushing
really?
it right now.
Like-
The new tour he's got.
Like the Philadelphia Eagles stadium. I don't know what the name of the stadium is, but he sold it out.
Oh wow!
I don't
didn't
think
know
I don't
that.
think
That's
the Eagles
amazing.
sell it out. So
I
that's
mean-
incredible.
Yeah,
that's
holy
amazing.
shit!
So I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, he's on his stride right now. He's blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Totally.
yeah.
And he's doing everything he needs to do right now.
And it's not going to his head. I mean, and if it does go to his head, it's just a comic act.
Well, like all those emails came out, and like when that whole
yeah,
Sony
with the
hack
brand
happened,
and
Yeah.
shit.
and it's hard to like. I mean, people are business in the emails,
Sure.
So it's like you can't really tell, but like. I heard a few that like I read a few of those emails and I was like, oh man, like I hope he's not like a douchebag. I hope he's cool. So it's good to hear that you said that.
Oh yeah, no, he's a nice guy.
I mean, he defended himself, but he just was saying he's like I'm a brand. Like I'm making myself like I'm making like as much money as I can off.
Yeah, and you don't
me.
know the tone. Like in my office, we have some really serious people, and we have people that we joke with. And
Mm-hmm.
I know if I send Dan in accounting an email, we are just joking, and I would never take it seriously.
Yeah.
He just sent me an email the other day saying, "What? Why'd you look at me funny?"
No, I shaking my head because I hit the microphone. Sorry, Brian.
Oh.
It is okay.
Anyways, okay.
Cool.
I guess that's. I don't know. Is that all the questions we have? I know. We'll plug your stuff.
Well, yeah. Do you have any shows coming up?
I've got a couple. I'm going to be out of town for the next couple weeks, but I've got one on Monday the 27th at Ponchos. It's just
Where's
it's a bar
Ponchos?
show.
Oh,
it's this
okay.
Mexican restaurant, but it's in Manhattan Beach. It's actually a really fun show. Yeah, it's cool. So that one's right in the beach. And then I have one on the 30th at the Garage in Culver City.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
a really fun show too. Brian Callen's on that one, and a few other people. So it should be a
Nice.
good show. Yeah.
I like Culver
Sweet.
City.
Yeah, Culver's fun. That's where I first moved to when I moved to LA.
Oh,
Yep. Culver City, and
I've
then
heard they
I've
get
moved like
good
6
coffee
times.
shops.
It's a good
A
spot.
lot of good. Well, it's all central too, which is awesome.
Right.
It's like you're kind of in the middle of
There's
stuff.
a lot of good restaurants, a lot of good spots there, actually.
Yeah.
Culver's nice.
That was when I was cool. I feel like I used to be cooler. When I first moved to LA, I was so much cooler.
Oh, whatever.
No,
I
like
live in,
now.
we live in Burbank.
Look at this. What is this fucking? This says I suffer from realness on my sweater.
What does
Well-
that even mean?
It means I'm not cool anymore. like people who want to still be cool wear things that like they think this is cool.
Right. It's like you're in Silver Lake, like walking around. People be like, "What's up?" Give you like a nod.
I
like,
hate. Okay,
What's up from realness?
what made you buy that shirt?
All right. Well, I did a show at the West Side Comedy Theater this past Saturday, and I was in a short sleeve shirt, and I got really cold. And I also, I wore the dumbest pants, like the stupidest fucking pants. Well, here's why it sucks.
Like Mark was, is there
Like me right
dumb
now.
as
No,
Mark's
Mark
pants?
looks like just like a million times better than I looked on Saturday. Well, now we'll see. Now you're doing Indian style, which is even cooler than earlier. But my brother has these pants that are like they have like the tight bottom, like the jogger jeans, you know.
I hate
so like
those.
and they're soft, and like the crotch is a little too big. But I brought them with me before I went to the show because I was at a party before that, like a going away party. So I put these pants on, put on this shirt, and then I go and I look in the mirror at the bathroom, and there I was like, I look like a fucking idiot right now. And the crotch was so low, and I was like, who am I? Justin Bieber? Yeah. What the hell? Am I pregnant? I had to think I was pregnant.
I mean, like you did work at Disney.
I did work at
What does that have to being pregnant and Justin Bieber have to do with Disney?
Justin Bieber was a Disney incarnation.
Oh, that's right. He
He
was.
Oh yeah.
I forget.
Okay. I thought you were saying something about being pregnant.
Yeah, I was like,
I have
or
something
pregnant Justin
calling
Bieber.
back to his audition video or something like that with those pants on.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they looked so. I had to call out like the whole set. I couldn't. I just had to talk about my pants for the whole time. They looked so. Anyway, so I got cold, and I didn't want to like wear this dumbass shirt and these stupid pants. So this was like $20. So I went and bought this, and then it said
Okay,
I
that
suffer
makes
from
sense.
realness. But now I like it. Like this is like.
Well, it looks just like a sweatshirt.
Here's the thing: it would take a great deal of effort to see that tag and to then read it.
Yeah,
I know. Well,
you
that's
should
my hope.
rip the tag off.
That's my hope. I mean,
It's
I walk
fucking
up to people and I push their face down.
But you've got some cool cred because you're a musician, right? You play in some bands.
I played. I used. To, I don't play as much anymore. But we still have I still have a drum set.
Sure.
And I have guitars and stuff. But yeah, but
You should incorporate it to your show, like that. Those goofy chicks.
Yeah.
Hall and Oates or something, or
Yeah.
Oates and Hall, or Oates
Right.
and
Hall and
Steel and Steel
Hall and
Cutouts,
Yeah.
whatever their name.
We actually the first show I ever did, I did that. We had the guitar.
Yeah.
So can I say real fast? We still have time. We good?
Yeah,
Yes, go for it.
Go for it.
So-
Fuck it.
So I was filming comics and stuff, and the way that I got my first show was actually at the Lyric, and I'm sorry, it's at the Comedy Store. And so like we used to have this bubble hockey table at my house.
Oh, that's right. What the fuck is bubble
All right,
hockey?
So bubble hockey is like it's like foosball with like a big dome over
Oh yeah,
it.
that big stupid plastic dome. Why the
Oh,
fuck
They're
is
made,
there a
by,
plastic
they're made by a
dome?
company called Chex. CEHEXX.
Who is that guy? Just knows all these facts.
They're made by Chex.
He's
He's
you
an
know,
engineer.
Baby
He's
jack
amazing.
off and-
That's
I
why
restored a couple of them.
Jeez.
Okay, back off.
No, that's awesome. It's cool that you know because those things are. It's
a compliment.
he's
incredible.
our
Brian.
resident geek. I have to have a geek on the show.
No,
That's
it's
how
cool.
the whole thing.
You
It's how
need it.
podcasts work.
Right.
You know,
You
I
need
can't-
that. You need that around here. So yeah, so that's what it was. Yeah, it was cool.
Wait, why does a plastic? Here's my question. What the fuck is the plastic dome's function? It's get
So
from
that
people
people that play it in
spilling.
the arcade can't steal shit out of it or stick their fingers in there.
Well,
or
it's
fuck with the game.
also
Yeah.
for pros like your man over here. You can use
Clearly.
the wall and the ceiling to bounce the puck.
Whoa.
Get some really good shots,
Whoa.
really good passes, really good shots. I don't know. I've spent about
That's when you know when you're
40,
going up
50
with a
hours.
pro.
Oh.
They're like doing the wall and the bubble shots.
Oh my god, I'm being serious. Like we would play every day, like at least 3 games, 4 games a day. Like we would get home and like it wasn't like super long games. We'd be like, oh, all right, we got to play because we had teams because there was 4 people in my house. So
Yeah,
have
of course
2 versus
you
2.
need teams. That makes sense for something so serious.
It
If
was ongoing forever.
if Mark, shut up. Stop giggling at fucking
You're just
everything.
giggling.
God, I can't get through one of these fucking episodes without
I
you
love
being a
Mark.
giggle puss.
He's
All
got the
right,
giggles.
fucking just like a little girl. Wait, what are you doing? Oh.
I thought you were done.
Okay, when I'm
right,
done,
I'm
I'm
done.
fucking done. I fucking make it crystal fucking
you
clear.
get all quiet. And
Is that the keywords like giggles?
No, she gets
Hit
all
it.
quiet. And she goes, oh,
Exactly.
and
And
that's
he's like,
usually I'm like, oh, she's doing the growl. So
I
that means
got
she's
it.
done.
All right, I'll end it soon. This isn't the fucking Oscars. You
All right,
scoot
fine.
me
Just
off the
tell
stage
me,
with the fucking
tell me when
music.
you're done, Matha. Tell
Okay,
me when
I
you're done. I'll do it. I'm the knob monkey. You got it.
Yeah, exactly. Good. I'm glad you know your place in life. It's important. Like a butterfly. Okay, so I'm confused. So the bubble hockey got you your first gig in
Okay,
comedy.
yeah. So real quick, I'll wrap it up real fast. So we used to play a lot, and we would always like do like pretty big wagers. Like, all right, if you guys lose, you got to clean up all the dishes in the kitchen, which were always just stacked so high because no one washed the dishes, or like do the laundry for everybody for a week. It was like it was big wagers.
Sure.
So me and my buddy were down, like I think clean the house and do the dishes, and so that like we were like, all right, the next bet is the other team was like, if you guys win, then you're good. You're clean. If you lose, then you guys still do the 2 things and then also do an open mic night and comedy. And I kind of wanted to lose because I wanted to have a reason to do it. Yeah. So we lost, and I was like, this is great. And we went and did the Comedy Store. We did someone's show over there up in the belly room, and my buddy was this Asian kid, and and we didn't. I mean, at the time, we didn't really know like what we were gonna do. We literally had like 2 days, and so we went and rented this this Asian costume, like an authentic, like with the I don't really know how you like a geisha and like a little hat, and like the little
Mychelle knows all about it.
Okay, shut up, Mark.
Yeah, and
continue,
then,
Patrick.
And then his mom came over and Jack. He was really stressed out. His mom came over and jacked
I knew you were gonna say that. I was so scared.
I can't get that out of my head. It's forever there, and there's just the wooden dick sitting in front of me right now. Just
honey, you look so stressed out. Come over here, Mama, make you feel better.
That's a terrible accent.
It's like it can't get any worse. So, anyways, so we went and he walked out, and we had the host say, "Please welcome Matt and his translator Pat." And so we walked out, and none of us, like, we just sat there for a second, and Matt had, like, these chopsticks. It was so racist. And he just was, like, trying to catch, like, a fly in midair.
Oh, God,
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, like Mr. Miyagiing it. And then I started speaking in, like, you know, Japanese, like, saying, like, nonsense. And then Matt was like, maybe you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. And, like, for some reason, it was, like, it was really fucking funny. It really hit well. Then we played guitar, and then we wrapped it up by bringing somebody on stage, and we blindfolded her. And we had our guitars, and we're like, all right, we're going to do a song. We need you to do the song with us. She's like, all right. So we put the mic in front of her. We go, like, what's your name? Where are you from? And do you have any pets? So she was like, Sarah, I'm from Wisconsin. I have a dog. So we're like, okay, like, do this beat. Go, Sarah, Wisconsin, dog. Sarah. And she started doing it, and we put the mic in front of her, and then we just waved everybody and left. And she did it for, like, a minute and a half.
That's amazing.
And everyone was dying laughing.
That's amazing.
And then I just sat in the back, and I was like, man, this is pretty mean, actually. This is like the first time we ever got up, and we just left some girl up there who was super hesitant as it was to even come up, and then we left her up there for about like 2 minutes by herself, just clapping and saying that, and she's trying to reach for us because everyone's laughing, so she thinks we're doing something weird, and she just sat there, and finally the host walked up back up there, and she's like, boys are so mean.
Oh my God.
and that was it. That's how I got into comedy, and I was like, I love this. This is amazing.
You were hooked.
That is the best open mic story I've ever heard.
It was a show. That was a show.
That was a show.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the best first show story I've ever heard. I'm sorry. That's the best first show story I've ever heard.
Thank you so much.
I love it.
You guys.
It was good. Yeah.
Wow. That is, it's funny. Fuck her. Sarah sucks from Wisconsin with her dog.
Sarah.
Stupid dog.
Oh, Sarah.
All right, guys. Please go to our... What? I know, Mark. I'm going to plug everything.
Can I fade the music in yet?
Okay, we're on Twitter.
So that's no
At
the music.
Pat... No, don't
right,
do it yet. I want
damn
everyone
it.
to concentrate on my voice and not hear DMX. Pat's on Twitter. Pat _VANN.
VANN. Yep.
VANN. Instagram at Pat _VANN. And we'll put on this on the website, guys. It's www.Matt. It always feels like I say 4 W's. Okay, Matt. It doesn't fucking matter. Put in madmikepodcast.com. We're on Twitter too. Just put in Mad Mike Podcast. I've made this so easy, literally, for everyone.
And iTunes.
And we're on iTunes,
Yes, we're on iTunes.
since last time.
Nice.
And we're also on
official.
just any podcast
Now you can play the
app.
music.
Any podcast app, you can find us. I found us on my Windows phone. We're everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
just
amazing.
click our RSS feed in the top right of the website. And that'll
Yeah,
work on
because
any
everyone with their
device that's RSS-based.
Windows phones. Okay,
All 7 of us.
now you can do the music. All right, guys. Again, Mad Mike Podcast.
So you want me to put the music in?
Yes, put the music
Are you
on
sure?
now. Yes, I'm fucking 110% positive. Mad Mike Podcast, guys. This was so great. Thank you, Patrick. And
guys. Patrick.
thanks
A lot of
for
fun.
listening.
Come on, fuck y'all niggas.